Hey everyone, it's Tori and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. For today's video, I'm setting up my brand new junk drawer bullet journal. So if you have no idea what a junk drawer bullet journal is, I'm going to have some videos linked down below for you to check out. It's my original junk drawer bullet journal setup, and also I'm going to have my flip through of that journal linked in the cards, which is one of my more recent videos, and I'm really excited to set up a new one since that one is completely out of paper. This beautiful rose gold journal is from Clever Fox, and they were kind enough to gift this to me to use in this video today, and a little bit more on them later. But let's just get started. As you can see, the first thing I'm doing is using my Tombow glue tape to glue those first two pages together. It's just something I always do with my bullet journals. There's like a little bit of a glue situation right near the binding so the pages can't open all the way. So that's just something I always do first. The next thing I'm doing is I'm taking one of my craft paper sticky notes and I'm writing "This junk drawer Bujo belongs to Tori," which is me. Hello. And I'm just writing all that in just a regular fine liner, and then I'm doing a little bit of an outline with my white gel pen, just taking that off and sticking it right in with some washi tape, and that is my first page complete. Something about my junk drawer bullet journal, I love these reference or content or index pages, whatever you call them, which is a little funny because I don't like them in my regular everyday bullet journal, but for this, because my junk drawer bullet journal is so all over the place all the time, I need all the extra content pages that I can get. So you can see at the top I just have content continued, and I have the original index page. I was referencing it this whole time, and then I just added 2 more pages because in my last junk drawer bullet journal I went through these so quickly, and it's super helpful when I'm trying to find like swatch pages, like if I did a stationery swatch video or I'm looking for weekly spread ideas. Those pages are just awesome. Now I'm moving on to my grid spacing guide, and this is a new journal to me. I haven't ever had a Clever Fox journal before, so that's why I'm doing this. I think this idea, the grid spacing guide, was originally coined by Amanda Rach Lee, but basically it just tells you how to split the page in half, in thirds, in fourths, etc. I would highly recommend this spread, especially for beginner bullet journalers who aren't really sure how like the spacing of their journal works yet, and especially if you're jumping from like an A5 size to a B5 size. I think it's really helpful to know the dimensions of your bullet journal. I even have been doing bullet journaling for I think about 4 years now, since 2019 at least, and I still reference this grid spacing guide all the time when I'm making spreads, especially like the numbers down the side and across the top and the middle, and just making sure everything's spaced out evenly because perfectionist over here, I can't stand when things aren't centered. Moving on to the next page, I am actually doing a quote page, which I rarely do in bullet journals. I usually think they're a waste of space, but I'm actually carrying this over from my past junk drawer bullet journal, and I just really love this. I actually wrote this poem-ish, I guess you could call it a poem myself. It says, "In this journal, pens will be tested, stuff will get swatched, trackers are made, and things might get botched. It will not be perfect, spreads may not be done, but the whole point of journaling is function and fun." And I think this quote, I really need to go back and read this more because I am constantly like getting overwhelmed and stressed out about bullet journal spreads, but I just need to keep reminding myself the whole point of this is make it functional and let it be fun for you. And I'm just adding a little bit of decoration at the bottom. There's this black sticky note that I kind of just ripped up and put in the corner, and I'm also using some washi tape, which is another thing I'm trying to do more. And now we are moving on to my swatches. Before we continue with the bullet journal setup, I'd like to thank Clever Fox for collaborating with me on this video. Clever Fox not only sent me this beautiful bullet journal that you see throughout this video, but also this huge non-dated weekly planner. This is the Pro size, which means it's more of a desk planner, but they also offer smaller sizes as well. And this specific planner is based around setting goals and boosting productivity, and it also has space to write things like daily rituals, what you want your life to look like, setting goals for a year, and it also breaks up that goal setting into 3-month steps, which I think is really cool, in between the monthly calendars and the weekly spreads. Overall, I think this is a really structured and helpful planner, and I'm definitely planning on bringing it to school with me so it can help me set all my teacher goals. And if you would like any planners or journals for yourself, I am proud to announce I am now a Clever Fox affiliate, and you can use my discount code CMCG10 for 10% off your order at cleverfoxplanner.com. And thank you again to Clever Fox for collaborating with me on today's video. Now we can get back to our bullet journal setup. So back to the swatches, the first thing I'm swatching is my 50-piece collection of my Crayola Super Tips. In a past video, I actually went through and numbered all of my Crayola Super Tips, so I just have 1 through 50 down the page of this spread, and I'm going in order all the way to 50. Something funny, but kind of annoying you might notice right off the bat is I don't have a number 2. I think it was a red. I'm pretty sure it was a red, because I don't really have a red in my Tombow collection that I'm in love with. It's more like pinky, but this red I used all the time and it finally just run out, so I had to throw that one away. So I do not have number 2, but I swatched all the rest of them for you. I would love to get the 1 through 100 Crayola Super Tip set at one point, so I'll definitely have to make a part 2 of this video with all the rest of my stationery, because I definitely did not swatch it all today. So let me know in the comments if you'd like to see a part 2. Sticking with my Crayolas, up next I have my Colors of the World 24-piece marker set, and I did not swatch these in my last one. These are actually pretty new to me, and I seriously never use them, but I don't know why, because I love neutral tones in my bullet journal, but that's one reason why I feel like I need to swatch all my stationery in a journal like this that I reference a lot. And honestly, if you're like me and you have a huge pen or marker or art supplies collection, I would highly recommend doing something like this. Like, even if it's just like a regular swatch journal, swatch every single thing you own, even if it's like paint or washi tape. That's also a great idea to put in there. It's just a massive inventory of all your art supplies so you never forget what you have. And after swatching all my Colors of the World, we are now moving on to my Zebra Mile liners, which are another art supply I always forget that I own. I'm pretty sure I have all the packs. I have 5 packs total. There's 1 pack of like the fluorescent highlighters I keep on my desk at work, but I'm just swatching all these based on the packs that they come in. So as you can see, the first one I did, I'm pretty sure that's like a cool tone. We have a brights, we have a warm tone, and I honestly can't remember what the other one is called. I got all these packs from Stationery Pal, and I actually have an affiliate code with Stationery Pal as well if you would like to check that out in the description box. Moving on to swatching my Stabilo fine liners, and as you can see right off the bat, I totally did not line these up correctly and it was driving my brain nuts. It was really sad. And the only reason I'm going out of my way to fix this is because this is a journal I plan on referencing all the time. And this is absolutely ridiculous to say, but if I don't like the way that my swatches are looking, I feel like I'm not going to want to use those pens. And seriously, like I said, it's ridiculous to say, but you have to admit they look so much better like this than they did in the other one. You have to admit it. So this is my last swatch page that I'm sharing with you today, and like I said before, this is definitely not all my stationery, so if you want a part 2 of this kind of video, please leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Like my previous spread, I honestly messed up on this one as well. When I was referencing a picture of all the Tombow dual brush pens, which is what I'm swatching now, I think it must have been like an old Tombow swatch page kind of deal, because there was a couple Tombows that I have that must have been newer and left out of that old one, so I didn't really have room for them on my page like I thought I would. But in my last junk drawer bullet journal, I only had all my Tombows that I had swatched, but I really like this setup better because if I get more Tombows, I can just put it in and it'll all match the color story, except for those last 2 blue ones on the bottom. But then again, I might have to make a new one if I do get too many newer Tombow dual brush pens and they won't fit. We are now entering the final flip through portion of today's video, and I encourage you all to comment down below a marker or pen emoji. I'm not even sure if they have a marker emoji. Comment a pen emoji if you made it to the end of this video. You guys are awesome. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe while you're here. Also, don't forget to check out my bullet journal Instagram at Creative Minds Coffee Grinds and my bullet journal TikTok, which is at Creative Mind Coffee Grinds without the S. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!